So what do I mean when I talk about inner ecology? So the key here is to identify the part of you. Remember I talked about you being split into different parts. So you have one meta part, which is the observer. It's the part of you that can observe all the other parts. So when you develop this observer, now you are able to transcend inner labyrinths. What do I mean by inner labyrinths? When you are in a certain meta state, for example, a state of negativity, a state of despair, of grief, of fear, it's a labyrinth that you are stuck in. By turning on your observer, you now can realize that you are in a labyrinth, and then you can make a certain type of what I call inner ecology. Basically a technique, an instrument that takes you away from that state. And imagine in your psyche there are many labyrinths. And the labyrinths, for example, if you are in fear, you have a labyrinth near it, which is anger. Near anger you have desire. And you have like a whole hierarchy of labyrinths that you can climb from a lower meta state to a higher meta state. And you do it by first getting into observer mode and then sucking yourself out of this labyrinth. And it's very sticky. You cannot do it in a second if you're not trained for that. But that's what inner ecology workshop is all about. You suck yourself out of this labyrinth into a different labyrinth. So first you go to these labyrinths, between them there is like empty space, and the empty space is basically awareness and your ability to observe. So you go into empty space and then you will get sucked to another labyrinth. But this labyrinth that you get sucked in, the second one is on a higher level. So you go from fear to anger to desire to pride, whatever, until there is a certain point, a quantum leap, where you go into labyrinths that feel good. And that's the idea. You need to pull yourself from lower labyrinths to higher labyrinths, such as, for example, being in the zone, being creative, resourceful, loving, peaceful. It's also labyrinths. You need to remember, it's not that you are stuck in this nirvana state forever. It's also a labyrinth, but it's a higher level labyrinth.